Don't tell Jasenia that it's her fault, because it's really not. It's your fault. Like, common sense. Where is it at? Is it gone? Like, did she lose it? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Audrey Jerome, as you all know, and if you don't, well, hi.
As you can see, I look super crusty right now. I didn't have time to do my makeup and I just don't feel like it, so I know I look super rough.
Buckle up for this recap, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I only post banger videos. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So the night started with the cocktail party. So many things happened in that cocktail party. It was just drama on drama on drama on drama. I was eating my popcorn. I was enjoying the show. It was a lot. Surprisingly, tonight I actually like Victoria's dress. Usually I don't really like her outfits, but tonight I was like, she actually looks good, and I would have for sure worn that dress on myself. The whole night started with Matt talking about the bullying. As we know, Katie addressed the whole situation to him last week, talking about rumors that has been going around the house, and just a lot of bullying and toxicity in the house.
Okay.
Obviously, Anna was the main target here, but not really target because she's the one who actually started this whole thing. And it really bothered me how she kept saying it was a mistake, because the only reason why she's saying that it's a mistake now is because she got caught. Because if she truly cared about Brittany's and other people's feelings, she wouldn't have laughed about it with Victoria. She wouldn't have said it in the first place. She wouldn't have started this business. Long story short, though, she ended up going home, and I was extremely happy. I like how Matt does not tolerate bullying. He got straight to the point. He was like, your name was mentioned, you said this and that. I'm not dealing with this. You're not here for the right reasons. Chop chop, you go home. Great decisions. I have nothing else to say. She should have went home a long time ago. I don't know why she was still here. Then Brittany was talking about how she felt, and like, obviously, like, I actually feel for her, because whether or not it's true, it still affects her. Whatever people say about you in the show, it will impact your image. And as she said, her parents watch the show, so they're gonna be affected by it. Her friends, her family. So like, whether the rumor is true or false, it still does affect her, and that really sucks for her. So I really feel bad for her. Then MJ had the random comments saying, acting all clueless, saying that there is no toxicity. Am I saying the word right? Toxicity. Let me search it up. How to say toxicity. Cause I think I'm saying it wrong.
Toxicity. Okay, I'm saying it right. Okay.
MJ saying that there's no toxicity in the house is completely wrong, because first of all, she is part of that toxicity, and she's aware of it because she's seen Victoria's actions towards other people. She's seen Anna's actions towards other people because they're friends. So for her to say that the house is not a toxic environment really sucks, because she's like in denial, but she's the one causing that toxic environment with other people. At one point, the new girls were talking, kind of like expressing how they felt about the whole drama thing, and I really like how Michelle and Miss Puerto Rico, I forgot her name, Catalina, I don't know, I'm gonna call her Miss Puerto Rico, about how they really like, they low-key opened up to the other girls, just letting them know that like, yeah, they felt like outcasted, and they felt like the people were bullying them, like making fun of them. All of a sudden, it's when Matt sent Anna home that all the girls want to apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, it was an accident, I didn't mean to be evil. But that is literally the fakiest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. The only reason why they're all apologizing now is because Matt sent Anna home. Period. Because everyone beside like Bree or like Rachel, Abigail, and like two other girls, everyone else was laughing with Victoria and Anna and MJ. For Kid to apologize, for Victoria apologizing to Miss Puerto Rico, saying that, oh, she didn't mean any harm by taking her crown, is extremely fake. And the only reason why they're saying those words is because Matt sent Anna home, and they know that like, if they don't apologize and that if they don't fix their attitude, they will be next. Then it got to the conversation between Ryan and Matt. He basically basically cried in front of Matt, saying that Victoria called her a hoe because she was a dancer. I actually felt really bad, and I'm gonna believe her because there's many times in the show that Victoria has called a girl these names, and I wouldn't be surprised if Brian was one of those girls that she called a hoe. As you guys know, I had a whole rant about this whole name calling thing in my last recap, so feel free to check that out. But long story short, I find that extremely disrespectful, especially how another girl is calling a girl those names. Again, I explained more my point of view about this situation more in my last recap, so feel free to check that out. Then we have Victoria basically apologizing once again and saying that her intentions were never to be malicious. But then literally she apologizes, then 5 seconds later in her interview she calls the girls bitches and hoes. So tell me, how are you gonna apologize that the next 5 seconds you be doing the same thing over and over again? That means that your apologies didn't mean shit. She had her whole conversation with Matt, and that was like the beginning of her like downfall and her breakdown. She started off by saying that she really admires Matt for talking about the situation about bullying in the house. The bully is telling the protagonist that she admires him talking about what the bully is creating.
What is she saying?
That literally makes no sense because she admires him for talking about it, but she's the one creating the whole situation and she's the one bullying other girls. Tell me that's not fake. Tell me that's not fake. And we all knew that Matt was not gonna believe her bullshit that she was feeding him. Matt literally, what he did, he walked away because he knew that she was lying. It was really, really obvious that she was. She then realized that people were saying that she was making the house toxic, and obviously she denied it. She's literally so fake. I'm not gonna rant about her because we all know how she is. I know damn well I'm not the only one thinking those same things. So long story short, Victoria is portraying her own insecurities onto other people.
Period.
And she had the iconic line by saying, Matt does not want a girl who creates drama. He wants a wife. So if you say that, then why are you the one creating drama and being rude to other girls? But taking that all this drama that I've been talking about, that was only the cocktail party. So now we're gonna talk about the rose ceremony. As you guys know, whenever Matt or like any other bachelor/bachelorette come in a rose ceremony, they usually have a speech ready and then they grab the rose. What Matt did tonight, he literally walked in, grabbed the rose, give the first rose out. He was not here to play games. You can tell that the whole bullying environment thing was really bothering him, and he was not gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. He got right to the point and started the rose ceremony right away, which I truly respect that about him. I have my list here of the people who got the rose. So we got Brittany, Ryan, Rachel, Serena P, Maggie, surprisingly, Kit, MJ, Jasenia, Katie, Abigail, Chelsea, and Serena C, and other girls like Bree that got the rose before. And guess who else went home tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 weeks of bullying and toxicity in the house, Queen Victoria has finally left the house. I was literally so freaking happy when he sent Victoria home. You cannot keep a bully in the house. You cannot keep a girl that you know bullies and downgrades other girls in the house. And if you do, then you're a coward, because that's just you following orders, because we all know that the only reason why she was in the house in the first place was because they forced you. When Victoria went home, it was really awkward. She had some sass. She was saying that she will never date somebody called Matt again. She didn't even hug Matt. It was very rude of her not to. The whole thing was just awkward, and she was just standing there and be like, like, girl, just go home. Take the L and go home. Moving on from the whole cocktail party / rose ceremony, my girl Rachel finally got her one-on-one. Let me get an amen. Woo! I was extremely happy because you guys know I love Rachel since literally day one, and I'm glad that she got her first one-on-one. The whole one-on-one was pretty cute. She got to dress up, and girl, when Rachel walked in the house with all these bags and the Louis Vuitton shoes, heels, I'm not gonna lie, I was extremely jealous.
Okay.
The way that she looked pretty in every single dress that she tried on made me even more jealous, because this girl is drop dead beautiful. As the other girls noticed, when she came back home, she was extremely happy. She kept smiling, like her cheeks probably got tired because she was extremely really happy. And she did tell Matt that she was falling in love with him, and Matt said it back. I'm extremely happy. I'm excited to see how far along they're gonna go. Maybe she'll win. If she does, I will not be sad, because as you guys know, I really like her. For me, it's really between Rachel and Bree for the final two. Long story short, she got the rose, they kiss, and it was a pretty cute date. Not too heavy, but it was pretty cute. Then it was the group date. That group date was not as packed as before, and that really showed me that like we're actually getting to the end of the adventure, like of the end of the Matt's journey. It was a farm date. They went on the farm, they played with animals, pigs, cows, chickens, and all that. MJ was for sure, as you guys saw, she was not in her environment whatsoever. It felt really out of place, but it sucks because like didn't really did well on that date. And I remember clearly when Matt threw the eggs at her, then MJ chased him. He ran away to go kiss Piper. MJ really caught that L. He ran away to go kiss Piper on her interview, and it was not a peck. They full on made out while MJ was just watching them make out. But that was tough for MJ, but good for Piper. Then Michelle was crying, and I actually really understand how she feels. I understand that like obviously her first very date on the show was a one-on-one, so it's really hard to go from like that mentality of like having that one-on-one and being all happy and like him being yours for one day, then the next day seeing him kiss other girls. I feel like mentally that's so hard to see, and that's like one of the reasons why I feel like I will not be able to go on the show, because watching your men kiss other girls in front of you is extremely hard. Like knowing that he's actually like forming connections with other girls is really hard, and like just being on the show in general is hard. So I really feel for Michelle. Then Matt was able to have a pretty cute conversation with Abigail about like her dad leaving because like his two daughters were deaf. Honestly, like boys are boys, and it's really sad that her dad left knowing that like his two daughters were deaf. But I really like how they were able to connect on that aspect of their life. And again, they were really cute together, and they usually always have deep conversations. So I was really, really happy that they were able to kiss and again, just have more conversations along the line. Then, of course, we got some juicy drama when Matt grabbed the one and only MJ. Long story short, he was like, your name has been mentioned by somebody, and I heard that you're doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Obviously, MJ took it the wrong way, and she went back and she was like talking to other girls, asking like who talked about me to Matt or whatever. And I was really surprised that it was Jasenia, only because she really seems like shy and like the girl who would like lay back and like watch the drama but not actually be in it. But I was really surprised that it was her that brought up that MJ was being a bully and an antagonist. But I was really proud that it was her. I was really, really proud. And throughout the whole night, I was really scared that MJ was gonna like rule her and like just be the leader. But no, Jasenia stayed on her ground and she was being bossy. She had a little attitude. I was like, go Jasenia, go! Go Jasenia, go! But it really bothered me how MJ kept saying that she leads by example. Because, honey, you're really not leading by example. And if you are leading by example, then it's the wrong kind of example. Because you laughing at Victoria's jokes and you being mean to Brittany and other girls is not leading by example whatsoever. So her acting like she's hella innocent and hasn't done anything bad in the house is extremely, extremely, extremely fake.
Period.
Abigail ended up getting the rose for the group date. I was really happy about that, and the complaints. So yeah. Then we had the pretty quick one-on-one, and surprisingly, it was Kit. I'm sorry, but I did not expect Kit to get a one-on-one this season, and it was her. But I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty sad that it was Kit. I wanted to be Abigail or just somebody else, just not Kit, because Kit was being mean in the past to Sarah and other girls. So it made me mad kind of that she did get the one-on-one, but whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, I really liked how Matt was able to remember the fact that Kit does have a pretty good relationship with her mom and that she likes cooking. So I like how their date was pretty quick, but like it was pretty intimate, and like it shows again that he actually cares and that he actually listens to the girls. But the date was cute or whatever. I like how they were able to communicate, and like I like how she was able to open up, because yeah, she does seem like a bitch, but I liked how she was still able to open up about like her mom and like her life in general, because I didn't think she was gonna be able to do that. It was a cute date or whatever. She got the rose. I was kind of surprised, but she did, whatever. But whatever, cute date or whatever, you know, no biggie. And before the rose ceremony, the girls were all getting ready, you know. I thought the night was gonna be over, but no, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have our first 2-on-1, and surprisingly it's between MJ and Jasenia. For me, it's either they both go home or Jasenia stays and MJ goes home, because I don't like MJ. Like, MJ is actually a bully and she is toxic, so I don't want MJ to stay. But it was hella awkward when they were in the car together, why they couldn't be in separate cars, because it was really awkward. Then they were arguing when they got into the hotel or whatever, as expected. Jay kept saying that the reason why they're on the 2-on-1 is because of Jasenia's actions, but that's completely false, and that's just MJ being in denial. The only reason why they're on the 2-on-1 in the first place is because MJ was being rude to the other girls. If MJ was simply being nice to the other girls, Jasenia would not have felt the need to go talk to Matt about MJ. But MJ was indeed mean and was bullying the other girls, so of course Jasenia was gonna open her mouth and talk to Matt. Don't tell Jasenia that it's her fault, because it's really not. It's your fault. Like, common sense, where is it at? Is it gone? Like, did she lose it? Yeah, the night ended with a preview of next week, and we see Serena fighting with Katie. We see MJ crying. We see a bunch of things in the preview that I'm extremely excited to watch. But it's crazy how we're already at week 6. I feel like I just started watching the season and like it's literally already almost over. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, join the gang. I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye guys.